I'm here at the Sydney International 3-day event, and it's being held at this marvellous venue, which is SIAC, which is the Sydney International Equestrian Centre. The competition is hot, and there are some fantastic, well-known Olympic medalists riding here. Of course, Heath Rye will be working really hard to hold on to his 2008 title and win that again into 2009. He'll be competing against top Olympic medal winners like Wendy Schaefer, Shane Rose, Stuart Tinney. Now, they're all competing, of course, to represent Australia in the 2010 World Equestrian Games, and from there, selection for the 2012 London Olympics. I think it's incredible the way you've bounced back from, having had the illness that you had, and you're out here and you're competing and you're up against some pretty tough competition, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I am, and you think when you're sick that everyone should be sympathetic and nice to you, and you say to the guys, now listen, guys, I've been a little bit sick. You think you'd take it easy? And they go, well, we're really sad about you being sick, but mate, you'll get run over in the rush if you're not quick here.
Who do you see as your biggest challenges out there on the course?
Well, Heath's always a bit of a wild card, and he's leading the dressage at the moment, so as long as he's not too old to chase down the time, we should be fine.
And I gather that none of you are going to go easy on him, even though he's recovering from a fairly bad knockback physically earlier this year.
I think it's called payback.
Yes, when the old bull's weak, everyone charges in, eh?
Absolutely.
Stuart, what do you reckon about the course this year?
The course will be tough. It's going to be quite warm today, so compared to what we're used to, it's going to be about 31, but the horses have been galloping in about 15 degrees in winter, so
gee, that's tough.
It's going to be a bit big for them, and it's quite hilly out there, so yeah, it'll be quite tough, I think. Amanda,
it's incredible that you're actually out here competing in this 3-star event, because you've had a bit of a challenge lately, haven't you? Because New York's behind this being a pink event.
Absolutely. It seems like a fair few years ago, being about 2005, 2006, but I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I think that a huge part about getting through that stage in my life was the fact I had horses and I had something to get out of bed for, and continuing to compete gave me a real sort of drive to get out there and keep living my life and not just sort of sit down and feel sorry for myself. So in order to support the BCNA with all of their work...
What's the BCNA?
Breast Cancer Network Australia. I decided to sort of mesh it with what I knew, which is the equestrian world. And I also figured that, seeing as most of the competitors are girls, there was a rather large percentage of boobs going around.
At this point, just got to focus on having the best result I can for my horse and getting the qualification run that I came here for, I suppose.
Well, you're such an experienced campaigner. I reckon you're going to give them a run for their money, Wendy.
We'll be giving it our best shot anyway.
Well, we wish you luck on the course.
Thank you very much, Kate.
Thank you.
You've got to look after the horse. Like I might never get another horse like Mystery Whisper. He's a freak, and when we're out there, the pair of us go hunting together. We're out after the fences, and he just stalks them, and it's amazing. It's like a little bit of sort of amazing nuclear equipment. He goes dit, 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 and you're at full gallop, and you can feel him mentally going dit, 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 like this, and then he gets on. You get onto a fence, and you go lock on, lock on, lock on, and he doesn't rush you. I'll be silly. He comes in like a panther, and as he jumps it, he lands and he looks for any combination or next part of it. And when he realises he's just made a kill and he's completed the exercise, you can see him go duck, 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 and he's off stalking
out the next one.
So it's amazing. It's an incredible feeling. It's like riding a panther out there. So you occasionally get a horse with that type of psyche.
I believe riding is harmony between the rider and the horse, and it is, when you see top athletes, there's wonderful harmony that they have in their sport. And with equestrian sport, if you see someone who's very good with the animals, there's just this wonderful harmony where it all seems to flow together. And that for me was the one aspect that I really wanted to point across.
Who do you see as your biggest challenges, competitor-wise?
Well, Heath, obviously. He won here last year and he's a terrific competitor. Stuart is quite close behind, and he's just such a good cross-country rider, so Stuart's obviously one to beat. And then you just never know. Like, I think that if the time is hard to get, then who knows what will happen.
congratulations again also for organising this wonderful support with the breast cancer support.
Yeah, anytime. And you have to have a look. She has pink dots on her ears.
Well, we've
cross-country.
actually enjoyed watching all the pink ladies and the pink dots on the horses as they've gone past. It's really added a bit of colour to the event.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's good. It made me laugh. I was a little nervous, but looking at the pink dots gave me a smile. So that was a good confidence boost.
Well, good luck tomorrow, and thanks
you.
for talking to us.
Anytime.
Wendy, you completed the cross-country course successfully and you're in the lead at the moment. Is that correct?
Yeah, quite surprising actually. It just she was the only horse to make the time in the end. It was pretty hot out there today and really the ground a little hard, so tough enough on the course there. I was really pleased with her. Obviously she jumped well and galloped really well.
If you do something badly, then you can always do it better next time. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with doing something not so well. You know, it's some people say, oh, look, they're not going to do this until they're 100% and they can do it really well. Well, that doesn't happen. You know, life is often about having the balls to do something, and sometimes you do it really embarrassingly poorly, and that's okay, because then you can improve on it. So, you know, the final selections for the Worlds next year, it's going to be serious by the end of the year, early next year. And so really, I've got to be real sharp by then.
Well, that's all we've got time for on this episode of HorseTalk TV. I hope you've really enjoyed having a look at some of the stars who'll be representing Australia in the 2010 World Equestrian Games. Now, of course, if you've seen anything here that you'd like more information about, go to our website, horsetalktv.com.au. We've got video podcasts from the show and links to information about segments. So ride safe, tune in, and we'll see you here next time.